Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, Scott Hammond with the 100% Humboldt podcast with my new best friend, Ron. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Scott. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Glad to have you.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
So your company's Marimba One, is that correct?
It is Marimba One. Yes, that's true.
In Arcata.
Arcata,
Which is in California, in Humboldt County.
Right there.
I got to use my prop right away. It's like, see, over there on the map.
Yeah.
Well, good to have you, man. Glad you're here.
All right, thank you.
So it turns out you and I were at Humboldt State about the same time. Were you there around 78? Was that your first year? Second year?
76 was when I...
So you were already on campus before I was.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, because I had met you early on, one of my first days, I think, at Humboldt State. At the remember the Buck House where Cluster was? And the yurt in the back, they had a yurt.
Yeah, and a dome. Do you remember the dome?
They had a dome, yeah.
Yeah, actually I built that dome with a friend of mine.
Oh, wow.
And helped out on the yurt.
Were you in the Cluster program?
Yeah, I was. Were you in Cluster too?
I was. I was at the last year, right before they closed it down.
Yeah.
Great program.
Yes. Yeah. The people who did well were self-motivated.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to be a self-motivator.
Yeah, which I learned later on. I didn't quite have that one together then.
But hey, now you do. You own a company that's world-class. But I want to hear the Ron story. So how'd you get to this chair today?
So how did I come to Marimbas?
Yeah, how did you come to, where'd you grow up? What'd you do? How'd you wander to Humboldt?
So I grew up in Los Angeles in the San Fernando Valley.
Sure.
And at the time, every weekend I'd go hiking, go somewhere beautiful as much as I could. And I looked on a map and found the California State School that was furthest from LA, and it was Humboldt State University.
You too?
And so that was my that was my approach. And so I came here and fell in love with being here.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got back from Glendora. We were down there for my wife's from Ojai, so we went out to look at her old stomping grounds. And, it's funny. I like LA. I just don't like the people or the traffic.
Well, now that I go back, I still go back there. My mom still lives there, and I like it a lot more now than I ever did then.
It's clear. You can see the mountains.
See the mountains. There's great food. And it's fun.
Same for San Diego. I was really surprised you could see the mountains behind San Diego or behind, like Mount Baldy behind the valley there.
It's
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So what'd you do down there? Just grew up in the valley guys?
Yeah. I grew up in the valley and had, pretty large group of friends, and we'd all just play in the afternoons and weekends. And
nice.
Yeah.
So what'd you study at Humboldt?
At Humboldt State University, I was in Cluster for a year, which is a interdisciplinary general education program. And then after that, I was an undeclared major, and I took a lot of music classes, a lot of math classes, just on my own. I liked math. Right. And that's what I did.
I love, we were talking about Cluster a little bit earlier. What it was for our listeners that may not know what Cluster is, it was an alternative general education program that was on the quarterly system.
Yes.
And correct me if I'm wrong, no tests, no grades.
That's right. Just evaluations.
Evaluations. You show up, you put up, and you participate, and you have to attend. And it's somewhat self-directed, but also every semester had a different theme.
Yes.
So I think winter was fall. Winter was Humboldt County, the core of Humboldt County, and then or was it the Great Mine? And then I think spring or winter was Great Mines of the West in history, and then the last one, with the fun one, was you get to go to the desert Southwest for 3 weeks. Oh my gosh.
That's great.
It was great. We want to go back because it was so much. We saw so many cool things. And these are professors that had been to the Southwest in the spring and had all the connections to all the people.
Yeah, that's great.
And the sites.
That's so great.
Yeah, it's a good way to get units. So what'd you end up majoring in, Ron?
I never was a declared major. Actually, I never was a declared major. And I went to school off and on. I'd go to school for a while, and then I'd stop going and work for a while. I did forestry work, like watershed rehabilitation, and just back and forth until I got interested in playing the marimba.
And then you got into music.
That's right. Yes.
How'd you get into marimba?
I actually heard the marimba at a festival, and it was African style marimba, which is diatonic. And that's the white keys as opposed to like white keys and black keys like you find in a piano. And it was on ensemble format. So it was a group of instruments and all playing these interlocking rhythms.
Wow.
And I thought it was really great. And so I came back and then I re-enrolled at Humboldt State University and started taking marimba. And,
cool.
And what I discovered, that was more classical marimba, where you're reading music and reading rhythm. And so I studied for a year, and then I was, I wanted to buy one, and I realized there were more than I can afford. So I just sort of on a lark thought, I'll just go ahead and try building one because there's so much fun to play.
Did you build it at Humboldt State? Or
no, I built it in my living room and other people's garages and anywhere I could.
Wow.
Yeah. My back
So were you
deck.
playing at this point too?
Well, at that point, school ended, and it was summertime, so I couldn't get into school to practice. So I just I dropped out again, and basically started making my own instrument. At that time, things were remarkably inexpensive around here, and so rent was very cheap, food, everything was inexpensive. So I was like, I could take some time and do this. And I actually worked for Del Arte for a while during that period of time.
So we just had Michael Fields on.
Oh, you did?
What a great guy.
Yeah.
So Joan and the whole crew?
Yes. Yeah.
Huh.
I worked on one of the road shows.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The one where they toured California and LA?
It was Malpractice. And so we went up all the way up to Canada and down to LA. It was fun in Sacramento.
He's got a lot of stories. They're pretty deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice man. So what'd you do after college then? Did you just start building marimbas?
So I built a marimba, and it came out like, pretty horrible. And so I decided, okay, I need to like learn how to work with wood because I never really worked with wood before. So I got a job in a woodworking shop, and actually ended up being there for 5 years. And making some money, and in the evenings I was essentially using that shop, and for a while I rented my own shop just to okay, I got to learn how to tune the wood.
Wow. And
so because part of marimba making is you're actually tuning you're tuning this wood to vibrate in a very specific way. And so any wood can vibrate. You just have to like figure out how to correctly mount it, and then how to tune it to make it sound musical.
Wow. So it's a uniquely crafted instrument.
It's unusual. Yeah. It's an ancient instrument.
Will it season with time like a good Martin guitar?
Yes, but it'll season, if you send out an instrument, like 2 instruments of good quality, and one of them's to, a really good player, and the other would be in an uncontrolled environment, like a school where kids could have at it and do anything they want to it. And if you send them out and they're both equal, and you get them back and you check the keyboard, so one that was played by like a conscious, deliberate musician is going to sound much better than the one that was chaotically played. And we could tell when we get them back how often, to a certain degree, how they were played. Because a good player will actually develop the keyboard by where they strike and go, oh, this is the area that I love this sound. When I hit this piece of wood, this particular note, this is the sound I love. So they're going to work that spot and actually develop it.
So you took the marimba vision right out of college and started doing this. This is lifelong. You didn't go to the Navy or do anything else?
I did not go to the Navy.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Not that anything's wrong with the Navy.
No.
Yeah. No, I love it. So I'm going to do the AI section of our show real quick.
Oh, wow.
Let's see what AI has to say. We never really whipped this out too early, but I think it's really great. So Ron Samuel's story begins in Humboldt County, where the natural beauty and creative culture nurtured his early fascination with music and craftsmanship. Fair?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, sometimes AI lies about stuff and gets it wrong.
Yeah.
He's from Tennessee. No,
yes.
that's not true. Samuel recognized early the limitations of the available marimbas in the United States. Okay. I imagine that to be true. They were a very limited sourced item, right?
I mean, I'm not sure about that so much.
Mm-hmm.
I just recognize that they were really cool, and I didn't know they were limited or needed to be improved or anything.
Many instruments suffered from inconsistent tuning, poor materials, and unreliable construction, which hampered professional performance and education.
Yeah. So over time, I grew to understand that.
There's some crap in the market, in other words.
Yeah. People who say it's really great, but really haven't worked out the bugs.
Hey, I want to get a marimba on Amazon.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Taught himself the intricacies of instrument design, wood selection, and acoustic optimization. That's a cool phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. And then you found in 87, it says you found a Marimba 1.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow. So you guys are like old.
That's right. Yeah. Silverbacks.
Almost as old as Steve Cole.
That's right.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Is Steve still working with you?
He is. Yeah.
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 Want to hear my Steve Cole story?
I'd love to.
If you're just joining us, by the way, my new best friend, Ron Samuels from Marimba 1, which is in Arcata, which is in California. And I get the sense that you guys are like the, I don't know. I would say Martin guitar. That's too big. Maybe a really specialized marimba source for the marketplace of musicians.
Yeah. I wouldn't consider us like exclusive, like, out of range, crazy expensive.
Right.
But we're definitely highly specialized and focused, I would say. Honestly, more than any other manufacturer, I believe.
I was use the word jag. You're the jag of
the jag.
You're the big jagger.
Yeah. So Steve Cole, what are you thinking about Steve?
Let's talk about Steve Cole. Before I was married to Joni, which I've been for 45 years, I lived with Janet and Steve Cole when they were building Yakima racks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he would work 6 days a week, 12 hours a day.
Oh, yeah.
And so faithful and diligent. And the guy would ride his bike to work every day in the rain. I'm going, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And they turned me on to really good music. And just, I was a college housemate. And I think a pretty good one probably at the end of the day. I was probably pretty responsible.
You did your dishes and swept up?
Yeah, I didn't really clean. Maybe I did. So I actually raised rabbits, and I would make a rabbit stew. I'd put them in a crock pot with a can of soup, come back and have a student's feast at night.
Yeah.
And so they got into raising rabbits, I think, after that. But just a lovely guy, and I've known him through the years, and, understated.
Yeah, very understated.
Yeah.
So Steve Cole, was my understanding, there were two people who really founded the company, Steve Cole and Don Banducci.
And Don, yeah.
And Steve was the engineer. And I met Steve, I think it was maybe 2000 or 2001. I'm not really sure. And I went to Freshwater Stables. I was getting truckloads of manure for my garden.
Right.
And
was it free?
It was free.
Yeah.
And Steve was there. I recognized who he was, but we'd never talked. And so we just started talking while we're shoveling our manure in our trucks.
That's funny.
And so he had just sold Yakima, and Steve has like you're saying, a real love of music, and he's also an excellent singer. He's got a very low bass.
Oh, he's got that low voice.
Yeah. And so he, I invited him over just to check out what I was doing. And
wow.
And really we've been working together ever since.
That's really cool. So he transitioned right over from making Yakima. Yakima was a rack system that competed with as Thule.
Yeah.
And you can see them. There's two in the whole world. Those are the two.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's knockoffs, but those are the guys.
Yeah. And so like you're saying, Steve is just this really wonderful, kind, gentle person that's got like a heart of gold.
Yeah.
And he brought these really interesting specialties from Yakima that he's really set up over there to Marimba 1.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you're engineering parts for marimbas and specialty sort of.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what they would be, but okay.
So he he brought over a lot. He's a really interesting guy, and so if you need to like glue some strange materials together, he'll figure out
how to do it,
the correct properties of the glue you need. And, but what he started with us is extrusions and injection molding. And extrusions are where, like with a little kid, you have the lump of clay and you put it in the little holder and you press the lever and a little heart or star comes out. That's extrusion. So it pushes it out. And so we started designing up our own extrusions so we could be really deliberate about what we were making. And then he started designing up these injection mold parts that interface with the extrusions, and they're like engineered plastics like nylon, acrylic, things like that.
Wow.
And so we started doing that, and then sometime later we started purchasing CNC machinery.
Okay.
And so we'd put our extrusions on the CNC machinery and machine it out in various ways that were designed to interface with these injection molded parts. So Steve developed these whole systems of frames. We'd work together on the concepts, and Steve would work it out, and then we'd
figure it out,
get it into production.
Invaluable.
Yeah, really great.
That was all part of creating the assembly line, which is a poor way to say how you build these.
Yeah, like we batch everything out, and so everything is. We had like really good drawings, documented out, and
that's cool.
Okay, we're going to make a run of these, these frames, today, and these resonators tomorrow, kind of thing.
Hey, Nick, could you bring in the Marimba real quick? The one that you bought today.
That's right.
Just kidding. That's funny. They're actually pretty big and pretty heavy, right?
Yeah. So a typical Marimba for us is just over 8 feet long.
Wow.
And yeah, so, and it's probably close to 300 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if I was to tell Siri to play some marimba music right now, what would come up? Would it be David Brubeck? Would it be Chick Corea?
I wish.
Yeah.
It'd be more like a contemporary classical music.
Okay.
And so, but if you were to call something up on Siri, like a really beautiful, some beautiful pieces on marimba would be like, okay, Siri, play the Bach cello suites on marimba. And there's been, excuse me, a number of people who've recorded those.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that'd be like a good place to begin. And then the music, there's been quite a bit of music written for the marimba.
Oh, wow.
Would be like contemporary music. And some of it's solo, some of it's with like drums and all sorts of instruments.
So who's the marimba dude or the marimba chick that's known for tours and plays with symphony?
I mean, that's a great question. I mean,
it's got to be dozens, but
there's what's really happening right now is there's a whole younger generation of players that are coming on, and there was some pioneer players, that are older, and who really elevated the whole level of marimba. And now these younger players, they're doing what the older players, were excelling at. It just sort of at a very, the younger players are really amazing. They're really something.
It sounds like bluegrass and then sambush and newgrass and
yes,
all the other stuff that took off from there.
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
And then you have Fish and String Cheese Incident and all the other guys that took off with a theme. Cool. I want to play some tonight. Hey, you wonder what the bell was for?
Yes.
Let's play for a minute.
Okay.
So you're playing today for a Dick Taylor milk chocolate bar, 55% with Alexander Farm A2 milk. You know those guys up in Smith River?
Great milk.
Actually, they're great. And they also are in Ferndale too. They have a farm down there. These guys are buds. They're supposedly really. Oh, it's hazelnut too. But it's not quite yours yet because you have to answer some questions.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm nervous.
Are you a little excited?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Are you? Okay, it's your heart a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 1. Hey, Ron Samuels, what's your best day ever?
Wow. Well, the best day ever that actually comes to memory right now for me was what's today. It was actually Well, my best day ever was when I married my wife, Kelly, for sure.
That's correct. Hear that, Kelly?
And right up there is when my children were born.
Nice.
And so
How many
that's
kids do you guys have?
We have 3 kids.
Nice. How long have you guys been married?
Gosh, we've been married for since 2011 or 2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. That's great.
That's cool.
And do you want to hear my second best day?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but there's those first ones are all like right in there. You know, I guess it's really about family, and then the next one was believe it or not, just a week ago.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Sorry, it's
great.
it's fresh in my mind. There's probably a lot of other ones back there, but I forgot about.
But this one's cleaner and fresher.
And so at Marimba 1, we've been working on creating a synthetic alternative to using rosewood, because we use rosewood from Belize and Guatemala on all our marimbas and xylophones, and rosewood. There's different rosewoods around the world. The one we use is extraordinarily resonant and warm sounding, and warm sounding at the base end, at the top end. It has this brilliance, and there's really no other wood that can do that with such a great tonal range. And the wood is very limited. It's restricted on its cutting because it's been overcut. So I set us out several years ago to develop a synthetic material that would mimic rosewood. And other marimba companies out there have these alternatives to rosewood, but they really don't sound musical. They ring super long, so when you're playing music, everything bleeds over into everything else, and they're super bright. And nothing like rosewood. So we set out to develop this synthetic alternative to rosewood, and we just sort of like launched it at a trade show a week ago.
Wow.
And we spent years doing this, figuring it out, lots of trials and tribulations.
Sure.
And, all sorts of things.
And so it launched. It's real. It works.
It actually it was really cool. People at the show were very appreciative and grateful for it. They said, wow, this is the first time we've ever heard anything that sounds like rosewood that's not rosewood.
And endangered forests are thanking you everywhere.
Yeah.
I suppose you got to really source this stuff really carefully.
Yeah.
And it's not cheap.
It's not cheap, and it's an ordeal to procure.
So was Steve part of that R&D project?
Yeah, he was. He was, yeah. Steve, and it involved Steve, another engineer we brought on, local engineer, and then several of my tuners, and other people that sort of run like the back logistics organizations around, buying stuff, sourcing it. So it was a lot of people.
I bet they'd say you're a great leader. It sounds like you're the guy.
Well, that's a compliment. I don't know. You have to ask them. Yeah.
What do you guys think? All right. Question number 2.
Yeah.
Worst day ever for all the candy bar.
Oh my goodness!
It's not candy, by the way. Joni gets mad when I call this candy.
Yeah.
It's like gourmet.
It's gourmet.
It's a $500 bottle of scotch, but it's a chocolate bar.
That's right. Wow, what's the worst day ever? Like in my life?
Or
Gosh, let me think here. I mean, how does one really answer that? I mean, it could be super personal. It could be
cultural,
yeah,
political,
yeah, no kidding. Okay,
physical,
right,
yeah.
Wow.
Somebody answered and said that, I don't really have one. All my days have been great.
I wouldn't say all my days have been great, but I don't feel like I honestly don't feel like I have a day that stands out there as, if only that day had never happened.
An iconic, terrible day.
I've not had that.
Good.
And,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, question number 3.
Wow. Dodge that bullet.
You're getting there. Yeah. You could have the whole day with Kelly, right?
Yeah.
And it's 9 to 9 a.m. to p.m.
Yeah.
It's in Humboldt.
Oh, wow.
What would you do with your day?
Oh, well, that's really easy. So we would, we'd make like a nice breakfast, just tasty homemade kind of breakfast. And then we'd grab the dogs and we'd more than likely head up to the beach.
Nice.
Drive from West Haven to Trinidad along the beach, look at the ocean, and then and then, or, maybe go to Clam Beach or go to one of the further northern beaches and just go for a nice long walk.
Like it.
And, let the dogs run free and look at the surf, listen to the surf, just have fun, shoes
Love
off.
it, man.
Yeah.
I actually get that. I've been doing a Saturday Sabbath walk and Clam Beach and Little River and with Joni, without Joni, just praying and kind of just turning everything off. And
it's great.
It's transformational, actually. It's great.
It really is.
Turn it off, man, and get out there.
It's so amazing what we have just moments away.
Yeah.
It's miraculous.
We discovered that we were right at the north end of McKinleyville, Dows Prairie, and for COVID, we had our date nights right up, like you said, West Haven to Trinidad on Scenic Drive. And it was just park the van, pull the doors open, turn on Led Zeppelin really loud.
Yeah. And just look at,
or marimba music. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Look, follow the sunset.
Oh yeah. No, it's really amazing because it's really warm, and because when it's refracting, you'd think you might be in Southern California, and then the sun sets and it's 20 degrees.
Yeah. I think we have the most beautiful sunsets here. Yeah. I really do.
And cloudy days are actually the best sunset days. Not fully clouded and fogged, but just spotted clouds are just the show just goes on and on.
Yeah. You get so many colors.
Yeah. Hey, one more question.
Yeah.
What do you find fulfilling in your life?
Let's see. What I find fulfilling is honestly, like every day I really am grateful to be married to my wife, Kelly, who's just this fantastic person. I really do. And so I feel like, just the luckiest guy. And what I'm doing feels really fulfilling.
That's cool.
Because I get to, I'm passionate about it. I'm super into it. And there's this whole infrastructure that's set up to do this, like purpose developed to set up to build these really great instruments. So get to keep doing that with all these really, really great people at my business.
It's cool. I was thinking, we'll talk about legacy in a minute, but some of these instruments are going to be out there for decades, right? And
they'll be out there longer than
bands
us.
And because they'll season with time and get better, and so your legacy will live on. It turns out.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, at least that's part of it.
Through the instruments, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's cool. Hey, let's change it up here. So, hey, turns out, winner chicken dinner, my friend.
Whoa.
Yeah, and you have to share it with Kelly.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's great. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, enjoy that. Yeah, thank you, Dick Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, especially thank you, Quality Body. I forgot to talk about them. These guys are actually one of my sponsors, and they're great guys down on, they're on West Del Norte, and Ross Creech is a good friend of mine, and these guys are killing it.
Nice.
So if you, seems like I'm pitching body work on a podcast. Yeah, that's not really what I want to do, but hey, one day you two will probably need body work, and they're guys that are amazing.
Yeah.
And good guys, job suppliers, community, contributors. They're cool.
Yeah, we need it all to make it work, right?
Yeah, we need a team of good businesses. Hey, let's talk about Humboldt for a minute.
Yeah,
just the county in general.
Yeah, in
terms of what do you see? What do you see down? What do you see as our issues, and then what do you see down the road for the county? I don't know, demographically, population issues.
Yeah.
As a business owner, as a resident.
Yeah. Well, it's very expensive these days to be here. The opposite of when I started making my business.
My gosh, yeah.
And so, cost of living here is super expensive. Everything from fuel to food to rent to buying a place. So I think that's a big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it makes it challenging.
Yeah. When I see $5.19 on gas still, I'm going,
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And my former boss in Texas texted me gas pump pictures on his actual cell phone.
Yeah.
$2.19.
$2.19.
You're kidding me. You're just killing me, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy.
Good luck trying to rent or buy a place. I mean, it's just, I think you're right. It's become very expensive to live here.
Yeah. Yeah. In Humboldt County has always been a place you have to really want to be here. And it's very true today economically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a tough place to make a living. I think survive is a better word. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it on one income with 9 kids.
Wow.
Which is, I don't know if that makes me special, but it's, you have to bust your ass.
Yeah.
And you better get used to it because I guess there's handouts, but if you want to grow and you want to provide, you're going to have to work hard as,
Yeah.
As business owner. I imagine you had a lot of long days.
I had a lot of very long days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming home just shredded and.
Yeah. Yeah. Starting modestly early, but working late.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the weekends.
Especially if you get something going that's like a cool idea, or I imagine if something starts to get traction, then you're going to stay on that R&D, whatever.
Yeah. Originally it was like, okay, I got to figure this out for this next group of instruments. It was like development on the fly. And so I probably had a ship date, so I'd work like crazy to make it all happen. And then just always to sort of tackle different things. Usually it was to instrument development. That's really what it was. Yeah, figuring things out.
So you say you batch them. How many do you do in a batch these days?
Well, these days, everything is in production all at once, essentially. And so the marimba can be broken down into the tone bars, the rosewood tone bars that are tuned, that you strike with yarn wrap mallets. And then hanging below the tone bars is a corresponding resonator, and that's tuned to the same frequency as the rosewood tone bar. And so you imagine, like, if you're blowing a bottle of beer and you get a frequency and then you drain some liquid out of it, the frequency gets lower.
Sure.
So all the resonators have plugs in them. And so the lower the frequency of the tone bar, the deeper the plug is in the resonator. And so you wouldn't think so, but we've worked like years and years and years getting those relationships really dialed between the frequency of the piece of wood and the frequency of the resonator.
Cool.
Just to squeeze out a little more sound.
And how are those regulated, with foot pedals?
No, that'd be the vibraphone.
Okay.
So the marimba, the resonators just hang directly underneath the bars. And there's a lot of tricks you can do, particularly on the low end. Like, you could shape the sound. If you have a really bright sound, you could build out the inside of the resonator in different ways to emphasize the fundamental, that's the lowest frequency, and maybe attenuate the overtones.
Okay.
And so the vibraphone, that'd be like, think like Gary Burton or Milt Jackson, and that has the damper pad. And the vibraphone, instead of being rosewood, it's aluminum.
Those are all aluminum keys, right?
Yeah, and we make those as well.
Oh, wow. And xylophones.
Yeah.
And what's the difference there?
So the xylophone is actually back to rosewood, but the xylophone, the proportion of the tone bars is much narrower and longer than a marimba.
Oh, right.
And just the sheer proportion of itself gives it its own unique sound signature. And also, when you tune, do you play guitar? Or?
I do.
So when you stretch a string, the harmonic series is this mathematical, like, proportional event that occurs when you pluck the string. You could, like, take a tape measure and map out where all the harmonics are. But with marimba bars, it doesn't work that way. Depending how if you take a marimba bar and you flip it over, you'll see this arch. And depending on how you shape that arch, you're actually positioning the overtones. So marimba has a different overtone positioning than does a xylophone. So xylophone tone bars look like found objects in a way. You could say, I could see how someone walking out in the woods picks up what really almost looks like a stick and starts hitting on it and go, oh, wow, this actually rings. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a profound difference. So back to Humboldt. What do you like about living here?
Oh,
besides it being expensive.
Yeah. I mean, I love being here. It's so beautiful. The air is great to breathe, like the ocean, the clouds, the sky.
Yeah.
And
good reminders.
I live in Arcata, so if it's not raining, I'll ride my bike to work.
That's cool.
And so it's a primo spot. Like, when I travel, I'm always so happy to come home.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tie in a quick story. Anytime I get off an airplane, and we just got back from Burbank and opened the door of the airplane. Yeah. And after you get the jet fuel passed,
yes,
you're going, oh, it's Trinidad, I could smell air, and all of our adult kids that have come back, go, Dad, the air here is mind blowing. It's better than Boise, Idaho, or Amsterdam, or Medford, or blah blah. So that's another point of thanks, because it's considered to be one of the most pure air sources. Like up Trinidad way, they measure. There's an air machine.
Air measuring machine
that measures the air quality. It's pretty pristine. Not always. But anything else you'd say about Humboldt? What do you see as our opportunities going forward?
Actually, that's a great question. I think I like sort of my timing. I lucked out because there was all this talent from Yakima, and there's just a number of older Yakima people who actually work with me, and so all this talent. I think there's a lot of talent here that is unusual for our population base. So it'd be engineering talent, design. There's so many artists here. I think it's a really creative place, and I lump in engineering in the creative realm, and so I just think there's just a lot of very creative people here. So it makes unique things possible. That really wouldn't be possible elsewhere, and I
think of Haliashi down. Is that close to where you guys are?
It is,
down by the pub.
It's like a couple stone throws away from
Pub
Marimba
District.
the Pub District. Yeah.
Saw a show there the other night. Robbie Folks, who was at.
Oh yeah, with Jenny Scheinman.
Oh, Jenny Scheinman plays the fiddle.
Yeah, she's
she rocks.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. No, she really added to his whole deal. I wasn't clear if they were touring together or not, but she's played with a couple people locally.
Yeah, I believe they were, because actually I ran into her on the airplane when I was flying to a trade show a week and a half ago, and we were both going south.
Okay.
So she told me she was going to meet Robbie Folks, I think, in LA, and start on go on tour with him right then and there.
Yeah. What a great show that is. And that whole Pub District is gorgeous down there.
Yeah. Right. The Playhouse. Yeah. The Playhouse is so much for the community.
Yeah. It's really good. She keeps, Jackie keeps a really affordable show.
She does.
$20 for this guy. It's like, this guy's a bargain.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. And that's kind of to your point. Not only are there local creators and creative people, but those the self-same bring other creative folks through town, like the Troubadours.
Yes.
To come and play.
Yes. Yeah. It's great. It's really great.
So what's your personal music taste? What do you like to listen to, kind of like go to in the car on the way home tonight? What would you, top 3 or 4 that you plug in?
So I love the Grateful Dead, so definitely listen to Grateful Dead.
You're Deadhead, yeah.
And,
Dead guy.
And I actually very much enjoyed listening to Bach.
Okay.
And
they're kind of similar.
It's kind of similar. I'm a big fan of the cello, so I listen to like the cello suites and I got
a show for you. Dirty Cello. She's amazing.
Is that right?
She played at the Eagle House a couple of months ago. And they're not big yet, but she's great. She could do Hendrix and rock and roll on this big old cello. And this band's really, really good.
Oh, wow. I'll definitely have to.
Yeah, if you ever get to see them, they're playing in Oregon here shortly. But quite good. And I interrupted you, sorry.
No, that's good. And so what else? I like listening to to string orchestras. I sort of have, in different jazz music. I've been lucky enough to be turned on to a lot of different jazz through a lot of the players we work with, and so a lot of jazz vibraphone, and that just morphs into other jazz in general. And, I don't often get to do this, but if I can, it's usually on a long driving trip. I'll really focus in on some specific genres of music.
Deep tracks.
Yeah, the drive from here to San Francisco. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No doubt. Just kind of curious. So you're really kind of eclectic.
Yeah. It's a broad mix. Yeah.
You know who we discovered this summer, and I've seen a lot of shows since I was 14 in San Diego, String Cheese Incident. Gosh, they're amazing.
They are.
They played it at the Brit Festival in Oregon. You ever been over the border in Jacksonville? See a show?
I've never seen a show there.
Oh, dude.
It's great.
It's a 50-year festival. It's great.
Uh-huh.
And they started June with all of June is symphony and orchestras.
Uh-huh.
And then it starts up July 1 through late September. And it's, they've had everybody, Willie Nelson, Steve Martin, and all the reggae bands. And
all the greats.
Yeah. Saw String Cheese there. They did like a 3 or 4 hour show, and they were.
Oh, that's quite a show.
It was great, man. A lot of tie-dye. If you didn't have tie-dye, you weren't really dressed for the occasion.
All right. Did you stand out without your tie-dye?
Actually, I think I wore my Woodstock tie-dye.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Do you know that I was born at Woodstock?
Were you really?
No, I got asked that way. Were you? Yeah, no, I was conceived there. My wife goes, just stop. It's got Hammond Trail, Hammond Bridge. Yeah. We own the whole thing. Joni goes, just please stop doing this to people. So, String Cheese, I was really impressed. And then they came and they never do the same set.
Which makes it interesting.
Yeah, which makes it really fun. My office mate saw them 10 times this year. To see them, I think she said 82 times in her lifetime. So they've been around 30 years plus.
Yeah.
So they just started playing and did stop for an hour and a half. 20-minute break.
Yeah.
And did it again.
Yeah.
Just song to song. Just
that's great. Yeah. Improvisational.
Quite good.
And
and people, it's a little bit like church. It was pretty friendly. There's like a kind of a vibe there. And I had to scoot a guy in front of me out of the way. He didn't have a ticket. What are you doing here? Get out of here. There's love and peace, but there's also order. So just move it, Chief. Get out of here. Anyway, well, I must be getting old and commenting like that. Any other takes on Humboldt that you like about the county?
I love the people here. I mean, everybody's here because they want to be here, or most people are here because they want to be here, I'd say.
Yeah, well said.
And there's a lot of just really fine. Not every place has that kind of deliberate intention to where you are.
Yeah.
So you could feel it.
Does everybody want to be in Redding when it's 127?
Right.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Yeah. No one's going to go outside.
Yeah. Well, you're not going out there.
Yeah.
Not till midnight or after.
Yeah.
To the swim in the pool. So a little bit more on you. So at the when you're in production, I had a production question. It slipped me, but how many employees?
Oh, we've got over 20 employees.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys are like real McCoy, full on Humboldt business.
Yeah. I mean, we take it seriously.
Yeah, that's good. So will you create another branch someday, or do you see this as being a one-off for a lifetime in terms of just its scale?
Oh, that's interesting. Essentially everything that we do, or in a way, it's not necessarily done. Like there's a lot of things that are like solid, we feel really confident, or there's like no warranty problems, but we're still open to changing things if we discover something.
Wow.
So it's not so much creating like a whole new product or something, but I guess things that we're curious about, that if there's problems we want to deal with. But then there's always new instruments that make it super interesting. And because we set up this whole system so we can do other instruments. And so the marimba, vibraphone, xylophone fall into it's called the mallet percussion category. So it's you're striking it with mallets. And so there's some other instruments in there, like there's the bells. It's a hilarious word called glockenspiel.
The glockenspiel.
The glockenspiel.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Spiel is like speak, right?
Yeah, glockenspiel. So Glock, I think it may be German. I'm not really sure actually.
I'm pretty sure that's Germanic. Yeah.
And so it's I would consider that instrument tonally and musically the opposite of the marimba. Like the marimba, particularly in the bass end, is this really like warm, visceral sound that's really the reason why that I wanted to make marimbas. I just love the bass end.
Yeah.
And because you could feel it, and it's got this great really great feeling to it. So the glockenspiel is the opposite. So that's like, that's like a big hesitation on my part. We don't make those, but maybe one day. And
you never know.
And but we did a really fun project. We started it maybe 2 years ago, and it's a marimba. But so a marimba, like a piano, low notes are on the left, high notes are on the right, white keys, black keys. So you have that, like, it's a cultural reference. So I came up with this instrument where it diverges from that layout, and it's more like in a sort of we call it the jewel marimba, and the notes work off diagonals. And so that was a super fun project because what makes the projects most fun, I think, at Marimba One is when the most people it can involve, the more fun and interesting it is, because everybody has a lot of unique talents. And so, it's the tuners, it's the engineers, it's, the actual assemblers, like everything. And so that instrument became, in most businesses, like you sort of you plan out, okay, product development,
right?
We're going to like do this, on this calendar schedule. So it just sort of happened, and everybody was like, oh man, you're doing this to us right now. But it turned out everybody got on board because it was so interesting. And
a prototype.
Yeah. So actually we built like, a dozen of them now or something. And so that's been one of the more fun things that we've done in a long time.
I love it.
Yeah.
Cool. Changing lives through sound. I like what AI came up with here for this.
All right. That's good.
Crucial role in the careers of countless musicians. That's a pretty big order, but probably true.
I mean, we're making people these really nice instruments. So
Educator Gordon Stout credits Marimba One for enabling him his expressive range and technical precision. Similarly, percussion ensembles at institutions like Juilliard School, and Eastman School of Music. I don't really know what that is. Probably pretty big.
Yeah.
Rely on Marimba One instruments for both teaching and performance. Cool. That's
like the San Francisco Symphony, LA Phil, Chicago Symphony. A lot of symphonies have our stuff, and universities.
Cool. So you guys have done business with like some of the big boys.
Yeah, but everybody's just the same when it comes down to it. Yeah.
Just want to buy a good marimba.
Yeah, and give them what they expect to get.
That's cool. I love that, man. So you probably traveled and seen a lot of these folks that use the instruments then.
Yeah, over the years I have.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Where's Eastman School?
Eastman School is in Rochester, New York.
Okay, that's upstate.
Yeah.
I have a sister from up that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Never been up there yet. Want to go? Well, cool. Hey, let's talk about your legacy. And so I always, at the end of the show, I usually talk about what do you want to be remembered for? Joni's dad, who's really plucky, guy from LA.
Yeah.
Who are you and what do you want? We'll start with that. Who are you and what do you want, Ron Samuels?
Well, who am I is something I'd like to think that's evolving and changing every day.
Good answer.
As best I can, but I'm sort of stuck in my ways, and I'm sure.
Who is it? Yeah.
Who am I? Well, I believe that I'd want for everyone to live a ethical, creative, and life that allows them to, to be fed and housed, and be comfortable, and
amen.
And so, but really, who I am, that's sort of a crazy question. I have no idea who I am.
That's good. And evolving.
Yeah.
I'm evolving into, I don't know.
Yeah. Who am I? Like, I'll never do it that way again.
Yeah.
So
that's good. Yeah. I've learned the lesson.
Yeah.
That's not who I am.
Yeah.
And so at the end of life, at your celebration of life, what would you hope people would say about you?
Well, if it's people I build instruments for, they'd probably say, he emailed me a bunch. He was
what a clarity.
Yeah. He emailed a lot. So those people would say that. I think people, let's see. Well, on my family side, like, I would think they would feel. I would really hope that they'd feel like well loved and cared for. And um, yeah, that's really important to me. Work at that with my wife and kids, and and then on sort of like the instrument side, that whole side of my life, people might say that I loved and cared for the instruments I've been building all these years too. That's what my hope would be.
And there's the work family that are part of that.
Yeah.
I'm sure too.
Yes.
The team.
Yeah. The outrageous team. That's like,
love that.
Yeah. They are the A team.
I had lunch with my friend Ron Pileggi, used to own the Tri-City paper back in the day. And several years ago, we were at Brick and Fire somewhere.
Yeah.
I said, so what's your life about? He goes, Scott, I just take care of people. And I go, wow, that's profound and simple and brief. And I thought, you take care of people. That's good. Me too. I want to take care of people like that.
Yeah.
My people, the ones that God's put in my life. I want to take care of those guys.
Yeah.
So similar answer. So what are we putting on your gravestone? What would you, brief thing, provided you were given that?
Yeah. I'm not going to have a gravestone. I'm just going to be composted out there. And
okay.
Yeah.
That's also a good answer. No wrong answers here. I like that.
Yeah.
So any parting shots, anything you want to, how do we get a hold of Marimba One?
You just look us up on social media or find a website. And
Chat GPT?
Yeah.
You're going to say Google it. Now you can say chat it.
Yeah.
That's going to be the next level.
So yeah, you could find us there and see a lot of the things that we're doing.
Do you do community related things like in schools or tours or?
Yes. We give tours and we put on mini concerts almost always at the Playhouse.
Okay.
And artists that come through. And we give we support the Eureka Symphony and in local schools, build some instruments for Fortuna High.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah.
It's because they're school related in that way.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. So it kind of begs the question. So a traveling marimba player, will he or she bring their own instrument?
Not if they could help it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Hammond B3 organ. It's as big as this desk.
It is.
And heavier.
Yeah. It's an ordeal.
So if there's resident marimbas, it's a good thing.
Yeah. And if it's a vibraphone player, they're small enough where you could bring your instrument with you.
I could set those up.
Yeah. And or otherwise, if someone's coming through here or another venue, we'll supply them with the instrument. So
tours of the factory, get schools or kids or groups.
Yeah. We've given many school tours.
That's super cool.
Of the factory and a lot of kids. And it's interesting. I sort of remember groups. And one time I gave a tour to a group of it was these are like senior citizens on their 80s and older. And what was so interesting is they actually asked the most interesting questions. They were the most engaged.
Wow. And
I was going, wow, that is so interesting. I would not have expected that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I bet it's educational, fun thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So we can find you at marimba1.com or somewhere.
That's where you find us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, hey, thanks for being here.
Hey, thank you, Scott, for inviting me here to do all this.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go home, listen to some marimba music right away.
Okay.
Yeah, because why not?
Yeah.
Maybe some Dead, too.
Yeah. Hey, so one place where you could hear marimba music that we've all heard it is Rolling Stones, Under My Thumb.
Yes.
And so there's marimba on there. You go, oh, wow, check that out.
Yeah,
and that's like,
thumb.
And then you could hear it in a lot of different music.
Any other songs come to mind? I was going to say any Dead songs with marimba?
None that I can think of. Yeah.
I bet there's one out there.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
We did make instruments for Mickey Hart. And I guess he used them with the Dead. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Specifically for Mickey?
And those are ballophones.
Okay.
And for a while I was making ballophones, which are with gourds as resonators.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're fun instruments.
That's a specialty thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, appreciate you being here. And Hey, if you would like, you could love us, like us, join us, donate to us. I've got we're all over Access Humboldt
that's
TV,
great.
and we're on YouTube, and
Yeah.
we're on all the podcast platforms. So make a comment on Ron and I, and thanks for joining us, Scott Hammond, the 100% Humboldt podcast. My new best friend, Ron Samuels. Thanks, Ron.
Hey, thank you, Scott.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate you.
All right. All the best.